Oh, 10.
Welcome to Search Talk Live with search engine optimization and marketing experts Robert O'Haver and Matt Weber. Brought to you by Pixel Cut Labs.
Hey,
new intro.
We are rocking, and we're back for 2020. Robert, good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you too. Sorry we've been off for a little bit. We had to take some little hiatus, so to speak, but a lot of great things happening to the show now. We are going to do, for the listeners, we're kind of, instead of doing a show every week, we're going to back it down to once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Which I think will give us a little more time to grab content and be just have a bunch more information, you know?
Yeah, and the pressure will be on our guest backlog because we've got quite a few people who have emailed us and want to be guests on the show.
Yeah. And those of you listening, you can go to Twitter and type hashtag Search Talk Live if you have questions for our guest. We do have a listener that emailed us. We'll get to that. We'll try and get to that later. If not, we'll have to get to it next show. We've had some technical difficulties right before the show, but we're all set now.
Yeah, we've got a great guest today, so a lot of pressure, being the first guest of the year. You got to go big, right? You got to start big, and we're really fortunate to have one of the greats in copywriting with us, and that's John Morrow from Smart Blogger. John, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for having me.
John,
it's great to have you.
Yeah. So, John, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself and your background, I'm really excited about getting into this topic because I don't think we do enough on content.
We do not.
Which is, content is king.
Yeah.
It always will be. But, John, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, I mean, over the past decade, I've had the opportunity I started out writing and then becoming an editor for Copyblogger, which back in the day was huge.
Yeah.
We grew that up to about 3.5 million page views a month. And then I went to work with Neil Patel and launched the Kissmetrics blog, which has been acquired. I think he brought that into neilpatel.com. And I trained his staff over there and got that going. And then I finally left to do my own thing, decided to stop making everyone else rich and actually try making myself rich. And so that's what I've been doing ever since with smartblogger.com, and now it's become the biggest writing website in the world. So that's cool.
Nice.
John, we should give this show some really important context. You've achieved some massive copywriting success despite a couple of obstacles. Can you share that with the audience?
Oh, yeah, I'm happy to talk about that. So I actually can't move from the neck down. I have muscular dystrophy, very advanced muscular dystrophy. So I have full feeling all over my body, but I'm basically like locked down. I can't move. And I use voice dictation. And also I have a lip-operated mouse that's in front of me right now that I originally had custom built, and now it's for sale. And by the guy who built it in his garage. And so that's how I've done everything online and over the internet is just mostly through my voice.
Wow.
It's amazing. And John, I think that people listening to the show are not only going to come away with some really good tips, but they're going to come away with some true inspiration as well. And I've read your story, and I was moved significantly by your story. So I congratulate you on everything you've accomplished so far.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's amazing. And if you could later on tell me what you use for fixing grammar and stuff, because I'm not a writer.
Sure.
John, you've got so much to contribute in terms of blogging and copy, but I want to start off from an SEO standpoint. That's our focus here. Is, in your mind, what is good copy? How do you measure whether something that you've written was successful?
The biggest thing is to decide the result you want before you create the piece of copy. So, I mean, over the years, I've kind of gotten known as the guy who knows how to scale content teams. I've worked with thousands of writers. And the biggest lesson that I've learned is to very clearly define the expectations before anyone even goes to work. And that's anything from I want to rank on page 1 for this keyword to I want to go viral to I want to get 400 backlinks to I just want to bond with my audience and nurture them and increase the likelihood of a sale. So content or copy can do any of those things, but you need to define exactly what you're trying to accomplish before you even write the first word.
Great advice. And that's going to dovetail to the next question, which is probably the most frequently asked question that you get, which is, how do I determine what to write about?
Again, I mean, the difficult thing, like whenever you're talking with anyone who's been in the industry for a while, is their answer is always it depends, right? Whenever you ask sort of any strategy question. So if you are a big site like Smart Blogger or Copy Blogger or Forbes or any big site, the answer is going to be different than if you're a small site. It also depends if you are selling e-commerce products or you're going to be selling information products. I think the most useful answer to that question, because everything I just told you just makes you realize, I mean, this is a lot more complicated than I thought it was, is to look and find examples of other people who are succeeding at what you would like to do. And then to try to reverse engineer their strategy and then do more of what they are doing.
Yeah, that's key.